The Emperor's Unseen Guide, a story about control. Long ago, in the heart of the Roman Empire, Marcus Aurelius sat pensively on his throne, reflecting on the day's events. As the most powerful man in the known world, he had every reason to bask in the glory of his achievements, but he chose a different path, guided by the teachings of Stoicism. Rumors of a mysterious guide, invisible to all but the emperor, circulated among the people. They whispered about an entity that appeared to Marcus, speaking in a calm and measured voice, offering wisdom and solace. The guide's name was Epictetus, a former slave-turned-Stoic philosopher, who had transcended the mortal plane to serve as a beacon of wisdom. One evening, Marcus found himself alone in his private chambers, contemplating the weight of the decisions he had made during the day. He had been forced to sentence a close friend to exile, a decision that deeply troubled him. Just as his thoughts began to spiral, Epictetus appeared before him, his ethereal form shimmering in the candlelight. "Epictetus," Marcus whispered, "how do I reconcile the pain of sending my friend into exile with the needs of the empire?" The unseen guide's voice echoed gently, "Emperor, remember that you do not control the actions of others, only your own. Your friend made choices that led to this outcome. Your duty is to the empire and the greater good. Do not blame yourself for the consequences of his actions." Marcus nodded solemnly, understanding that in order to lead effectively, he had to maintain balance between his emotions and his responsibilities. Days later, the emperor faced another challenge as a devastating drought threatened the well-being of his people. Desperate, they begged him for divine intervention, but Marcus knew that his power had limits. As he walked the dry fields, Epictetus appeared by his side. Marcus asked, "How do I provide solace to my people when I cannot change the forces of nature?" The unseen guide responded, "You cannot control the weather, but you can control your response to it. Seek practical solutions and provide support for those affected. Teach them resilience and the value of focusing on what they can control." Taking these words to heart, Marcus led his empire through the drought with wisdom and compassion, distributing food, organizing relief efforts, and encouraging the people to adapt and endure. Years passed, and Marcus continued to lead his empire with the teachings of Stoicism, guided by the wisdom of his unseen mentor. As his reign drew to a close, Marcus felt the weight of mortality pressing upon him. "Epictetus," he asked, "how do I face the end of my life, knowing that I will leave this world behind?" The unseen guide offered one final piece of wisdom: death is a natural part of life, and fearing it serves no purpose. Instead, focus on the legacy you leave behind, the lessons you've taught, and the good you've done. Remember, it is not the length of life that matters, but the depth. With those parting words, Epictetus vanished, leaving Marcus to face his final days with courage and serenity. As he drew his last breath, the people of Rome remembered their emperor as a wise and compassionate ruler, who had taught them the true meaning of resilience, self-control, and the power of the Stoic philosophy.